Hi everyone, Peace Lasagna here. Today I want to talk about Man Called Uwe by Frederick Beckman. Okay, straight from the beginning I want to say I love it, I love it, I love it. If it's been on your reading list for a while, I think you should read it. And if it's not on your reading list, if it's been out of your radar, you should put it in your radar. The story of a man called Uwe is following Uwe, a grumpy old man who likes to be right and doesn't like people to point he's wrong. So basically, he's a boomer. Which is quite obvious if we just look at the introduction, the very first few pages, when he's yelling at an Apple Store customer service because he wants a computer. He wants an iPad, and the guy is confusing him with computers, keyboard, and a lot of technical stuff. He's cranky, he's petty, he can be really mean, and he's a stubborn stickler for the rule, where if he doesn't do the right thing in the rule, it feels like nobody else is doing it. He's the only one keeping things in order, according to himself at least. But as you continue reading it, you realize that he had such a big heart. And his love for his wife is unquestionable. The book have quotes like, "People called Uwe saw the world in black and white, but she was color, all the color he had." And there's also, Uwe have never been asked about how he lived before he met her, but if anyone has asked him, he would have answered that he didn't. And it's very obvious how much he missed her. And the story went back and forth between when Uwe was old. And it's very obvious from these passages how much he missed her. And the story went back and forth between when he was old and then when he was growing up until he met her. I think Uwe's grumpiness just stand out more because when he want to do something, he want to do something that actually do something. And he live in a world where unfortunately people talks, prayer, opinions, and online article posted on social media is actually doing something. And the book even mentioned this. Since his father died, he had begun to differentiate between people who did what they should and those who didn't. People who did and people who just talk. Who talk less and less and did more and more. And that is how he stubbornly lived his life. Not always with the best execution, but always with a lot of heart. And it's so much heart that as a reader, you can't help but warm up to this grumpy, cranky old man. The storytelling is funny, it's sad, and sometimes it can even be both. You'll find yourself maybe laughing while crying during reading it. It's a great practice for empathy since you won't immediately like Uwe. It takes time to warm up to him, but it's worth it. The book is a 5-star recommendation from me. It has such amazing cast of characters that you'll miss them after you finish reading it. And isn't that the best the story can give? A memory that you will miss. And the book will also be adapted sometime in the future, with Tom Hanks as the main lead. Hopefully it'll turn out to be a good adaptation. And that's about it.